Obviously, maybe your first thing you address?
Well, we beat them bad on the boards, but we didn't start the game very well. We didn't get any good blockouts. We just really lackadaisical that second half. Got the big lead the first half, and just disappointed that we didn't take advantage of that second 20 minutes to get better.
How much more are you going to be able to use those kind of like 8, 9, 10 guys versus last season?
Oh, I don't know. It'll kind of work itself out. When Dylan gets back in the mix, guy's going to have to play hard and earn some time and practice. And, we'll play as many guys that can help us. If it's 10, it's 10. If it's 6, 7, we'll go with 6 or 7. But we'll play as many guys as can help us win a game.
But do you feel like the talent level of those guys this year is a little bit higher than it was before?
Well, Roman's a little bit more experienced. Keith has got to play a lot harder. He's a freshman, and it'll take a while to make that adjustment. Cavell, it'll take a while to make the adjustment for him. Peyton, the guys we brought off the bench tonight, all are inexperienced. So it'll take a while for them to adjust to Division I, and which is going to be really tough because we got some very tough opponents coming up real quick, and that's why the second half, not taking advantage of that game time to get better, was so important for them.
You have a lot of length on the team this year. Do you expect some more stout interior defense because of that?
Well, I thought Jordan and Cavell, Chris do give us pretty good size inside. On the perimeter, we've got to do a better job. Our communication in the second half wasn't very good. They go from shooting at 20% in the first half to 48 in the second. So defensively, obviously, we weren't as sharp.
The negatives of this game maybe give you some extra emphasis of hammering home the fundamentals or what you've been talking about in practice, how you play the game.
Well, I think our guys realize we've got a lot of work to do. Like I said, I've been up front with them. We've got to do a better job on the boards. We've got to get a lot better defensively. Offensively, we got new guys that we're trying to mix in. So, they've got to do a better job adjusting to each other. So, there's a lot of room for work. That was pointed out on our scrimmage, 8 days ago, 9 days ago, and it was pointed out again tonight. We play well for a half or a certain period of time, but don't have the ability to really focus and stay focused after we get a big lead.
You just touched on it there, but did you have a checklist going in tonight of things you wanted to see out of the team?
Not really a checklist, but I wanted to get the new guys as much time as we could, and I think we got them all 20 plus minutes. Because just getting out and playing. I think it was that important to get Chris and Jordan and Casey, Tyler any more than 20 minutes, just because they've had plenty of experience. So I wanted to get the new guys 20 minutes. But no, it was kind of what I expected. It's kind of the way we've been practicing. We'll take care of details of the game for a while, but then we can't do it over a long period of time. So, it's always pretty obvious what you're doing in practice usually shows up in the game floor. It's not like a light switch. You just turn it on and off and say, okay, it's game time. We're going to do something a lot better now. Something that you watch in practice. We've had 20-some practices now, so, I've kind of witnessed it day in, day out, so kind of knew what to expect. I think the guys probably are getting tired of me saying it over and over again, but it doesn't change it. It's what we have to address.
Peyton had 3 assists, and I think he could have had a couple more too. Seems like he's used the floor really well. Is that what's translated into practice and kind of what you saw?
Yeah, no, he's been moving the ball pretty good. The second half we started out moving the ball and we missed some shots, and then we just kind of quit and tried doing it, taking it. We took some bad shots there, but first half I thought our ball movement was really good. I didn't see any bad shots. Second half wasn't nearly as good.
Chris was an offensive machine tonight. What did you see out of him this offseason working on the offensive game?
Well, he did. He shot the ball really well tonight, and I think he was the only guy who shot it well from three, so, he has practiced hard. He's practiced pretty well. He's probably been as consistent or more consistent than anyone we've had in practice, so, it kind of was reflected today.
You kind of said that Dylan was kind of played a little out of control a little bit, the first part of the preseason and stuff. Did he play a little more under control than
He had a really good first half. He had 5 assists, no turnovers. Thought he did some good things. He didn't play as well the second half. Our whole team didn't play as well the second half. But I thought he had a really good first half. I thought he really moved the ball well. Like I said, 5 assists, no turnovers at half.
What's the biggest thing you want to improve on going into Friday night? You think rebounds or?
Oh, heck. It's a long list there. We'll go back to our checklist there. We got a lot of things to work on. We've got to get better. Those new guys, I'm more concerned about them, making the adjustment and getting blended into things. I kind of know what to expect from Chris. I don't think he's going to shoot it that well every night, but Chris, Jordan, Casey, those guys that played a lot, kind of have a little feel for them, but our new guys and getting them blended in, is something we really got to work on. But there's no one phase of the game that we're going to feel real good about. It's going to be a work in progress. And trouble is, 8 days from, today, we got to go down to Baylor and play a game. So we've got a lot of work to do, and before Army, and then again to go on the road and get ready for Baylor is really going to be a challenge.
Does this game give you any more concern or solve any of your concerns before that season opener at all?
Well, it didn't solve any. We got a lot of work to do, and our guys know that. I mean, they're basketball savvy enough to know that we've got to play better, and we've got to play better for long periods of time. In both of our scrimmages now, we got really big leads, and then just kind of let it go. So we've got a lot of work to do in that regard.
Is it good to have some of your interior guys get an early matchup with a 7-footer this early on?
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of a perimeter player. We didn't do a very good job blocking out. It wasn't a very physical game, and that's really going to change here in the next week. So we got to change our physicality quite a bit.
MJ just cautionary, or is that something that can play?
Oh, well, he hadn't practiced for 2 weeks. He has been out, so he hadn't practiced. So he's been out for quite a while. He didn't play a week ago when we scrimmaged Oklahoma, and so he hadn't been playing for a while.
Army's not going to have a lot of size. How do you get your bigs tuned up for Baylor?
Well, they're going to shoot a lot of threes. We'll have to chase them on the perimeter quite a bit, so that'll be a tough job for Chris and Cavell and Jordan to get out. But you're right, Baylor will be a totally different ball game than it will be Friday night. Army last year shot a lot of threes. They've got a lot of new guys, but we anticipate they'll try to spread us out and shoot some threes.
Is it better to make them play up to your guys' size, or do you match small and small like that?
Well, we'll just kind of see how the game's going. It varies. If we're productive, if we can get the ball inside, and if we beat them on the boards, then it's probably a little better idea to go big. But if you're not scoring inside and you're not beating them up on the boards with that size, then you're probably better off to match up defensively and go a little smaller. But ideally we'd beat them on the boards with our size and be able to make up that, and get an advantage there.
Does that give you any idea of how you want to play those 2 point guard rotations with Benson, Pritchard, and Bell, and kind of the strengths and weaknesses that can come out of those lineups?
We won't have any kind of flow with that till, January. We'll go through November and December and try to get guys comfortable with each other. And, we stat every practice. We stat every game. We go over the film every day, and try to figure out what our best lineups are and who's being productive. And and who's getting it done, and, you know, and we'll just kind of measure it from there. But no, right now, we, you know, I don't have any idea, you know, what our best combinations are going to be. And, you know, without Dylan Brooks, you know, you thought, well, you had 4 guys that played a lot together last year, but you take Dylan and Elgin off that team, it's a totally different look, you know. So, again, it's going to be a process. We're not the team everybody thinks we are right now. You know, that's pretty obvious, you know, so we got a lot of work to do. All righty, thanks. We'll see you Friday. Big game there. Veterans Day.